Hey guys, Aurora Celestian here. And today I am back obviously on my lovely hardcore survival, where I'm hoping to complete those two walls today. So I gave myself a bit of a head start this time, and cleared out a few of the blocks on the wall, mainly for where the chisels are going to go. Come on. Carabast. I'll grab those two in a second. Yeah, so obviously this one is going to be the nether brick. And the next one will obviously be the final, which should be the regular sandstone. And obviously there wasn't a lot of tactical planning on my part for this, as obviously if you notice, it's gonna be the two sandstones next to each other, which if I had been tactical I could have had it so that the rest of it was not next to each other, but oh well. That's just how things kind of happened. But, 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 but. Come on, there we go. Also, I have no idea where that zombie is. I know it's somewhere behind that wall, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, so that is right there. It's following the pattern. Good. That was my main problem, was that it wasn't going to follow the pattern. But, but, but. Ba-ba. Also, once I finish this will be the project finished, and for me to move on to my next thing. Obviously, I'm still going to be doing stuff on this world, unless obviously I get a bunch of comments being like, no, let the world end. But unless I get people specifically asking me to let this world go, I'm just going to keep doing work on here until I feel like I am at a good enough point to where I can retire this world and go on to my next thing, be it a new series, a new game, things like that. There is one thing I want to do on this world. Well, technically three things, which will take place in all different dimensions. So Overworld, End, and the Nether. Obviously, the End one is going to be a bit lacking due to, blocks. But I can still technically do what I want to do. It's just going to be a bit more difficult, considering the End is essentially just a barren wasteland. But my goal is to, well, essentially, first things first, I want to get the achievement for the second generation, oh no, not second generation, the reviving the Ender Dragon achievement. So, obviously I want to get that before I do anything. And once I've taken care of the dragon for the second time, I can then start working on the project I want to do in the end. The nether one should be easy, and same as the overworld one. It's just a matter of, you know, actually doing it. Hold on, just gonna speed up the process a tiny bit for me. I mean, I already carved out the holes, so I might as well just plug them up. Okay. Oh, I'm just thinking about the block count it's going to require. It's going to be great. But I'm going to do it anyways because, I mean, I don't want to quit just yet. I don't want to quit before I've even tried. I mean, I'm not that weak. I'm not just going to give up because I mentally believe it's going to be challenging. If I gave up because something was going to be difficult, I wouldn't be 3 years making videos for you guys. So see, me making these videos, I've had ups and downs. And it hasn't always been an easy process. Especially battling my own mind, technology issues. I've gone through it all, and I'm still here making content. Could that be classified as some sort of insanity? Most likely. I mean, heck, here we are with yesterday, obviously, with my toothache. I still have that. Thankfully, this time I haven't too long taken paracetamols, so obviously the pain isn't there at the moment. But I recorded an entire video despite the pain of the toothache. Just because I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to quit. So I didn't. And that's what I find. Sometimes things get so complicated that people just, they give up before they even have the chance to try. And yeah, I get it. Some people can like make content for years and get nowhere. Case in point with myself, but it doesn't mean you give up. You just need to be resilient and hope that things eventually will get to where they need to be. And I'm sure that someday, I don't know when, I don't know how many years it could take, but I'm sure that one day my videos will reach the people it needs to reach. My videos will inspire others to become creators, just like I was inspired by other creators. Having people follow their dreams. That's what it's all about. It's about having people to support you and as you follow your dreams. It's about staying determined that things will be better. At least that's how I see it. Not everyone sees the world the way I do. And I don't see the world the way most people do. Like, in all seriousness though, I typically see the world in more of a grayscale because of all the bad things that's happened to me in my life. But I can still be hopeful. I can still have hope for a better future where my actions make a difference in people's lives. Where this funny little channel where I go around making glorified trophy rooms with a giant dragon, a blooming skull catalyst in water. Like, I do these things because one, they make me smile. These little videos, they're fun to record, so that's why I do it. But I also want to be a creator that other people enjoy. I want my content to make other people happy as well as myself. And yeah, I know it's not always so simple as just, oh, you want to make people happy, here you go, you're now famous. I know it's not that simple. It takes time and effort to get to the levels that some people reach. And I'm not going anywhere. I know I'm slightly older than most people that should be playing this game, but Minecraft has been a part of my life since I was a child. It's a game that allows me to be creative and explore the possibilities of my own mind and my own creative prowess. For instance, just for instance, this room. Yeah, I get it. Some people will look at me and think, you still play Minecraft? And take offense to it. And I say, so what? So what if they take offense to me playing a video game? It's not like I asked them if they play the game. It's not like I'm trying to say that I'm superior for playing a game. I'm just playing a game. I think it's fun. It allows me to connect to a part of my creative side. To a part of me that often gets neglected because of my own mental efforts and inadequacies. Because I'll admit, my mental health, it's a doozy. Oh, bye. I keep forgetting about the ravine. Yeah, my mental health is complicated, to put it simply. And I know there's a lot that I could do to help it. I know there is. But for me, making these videos, connecting to a younger side of me, the part of me that often remained hidden because of fear of pain and rejection, allowing that part of me to shine through these videos is what's important. At least to me, anyway. As I said, everyone's different. But I'm not going to apologize for being the way I am. And yeah, sometimes I might look at myself and see the darkest side of me. The darker parts of my life that I would rather not think about. But everyone has a dark side. The question is, well, it's not a question of if you have a dark side. It's a question of how do you deal with it? Do you embrace the dark side? Become broken? Corrupted? Or do you look at it and go, well, you're a part of me, but it doesn't mean that you have to destroy my existence, and vice versa. Just because you have a dark side doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. I mean, heck, you're human. Everyone has a dark side. You should never apologize for that. Especially if people never apologized for bringing that side out of you. I know a few people that brought my dark side out. A lot of people that have pushed me to the limit, to where a part of me that I have wanted to keep contained just slips out just enough so that people are then aware of its existence. But I never let that part of me define me. Like, yeah, obviously I have good days, I have bad days. I'm glad for the good days, because it's the days that I'm able to make content freely without, being in a bad mood and worrying I'm gonna say something I'll regret. But then I have bad days where I just don't want to get out of bed, or where everything is so loud in my own mind that I can't think straight. And that's okay. Like, not every day is going to be the same, and not every day is going to be good. There's an odd saying I like to refer to in these situations. Just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you have to let it spoil the good ones. It's a Doctor Who quote. If you know which Doctor, you know what I mean. Essentially, what that Doctor was trying to say was, even if you have a bad day, it's fine. As long as you don't let it affect all the good days you've had, and will have, you will be fine. If you don't let the negativity define you, you will always come out on top in the end. And I feel bad for those who do let the negativity win. Because either A, they didn't have the support they needed, or B, they're kind of like me and didn't know how to get the support they needed. I mean, I still don't. I've had people telling me I need to go to therapy for my past issues and trauma. And I wholeheartedly agree that maybe I should seek therapy for some of my issues. But I wouldn't know where to begin. Which is why, to this day, I still haven't been to therapy. I'm still just going day by day, just existing. Because I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to go about dealing with the darkness. But I accepted that it is a part of me. Because it is. It will always be a part of me. Even if I heal from my pain and my trauma, it's not going to change the fact that that darkness, that anger, the pain, the sadness, it's not going to change the fact that it's a part of me. Because nothing can change that. There will always be darkness. But there's a thing you need to realize is you can't have darkness without light. So even if you're having the worst day imaginable, at the deepest pits of the abyss, feeling like you're going to lose yourself to the darkness that's surrounding you, there will always be a speck of light, a shred of hope. Even if you can't see it, it is there. Because you can't have one without the other. You can't have light without dark, day without night. And that's exactly why so many people still fight, despite their own mental issues, despite their own darkness. It's because they know that there's more to it than that. There's more to life than just pain and darkness. And I know some people fail to see it, and they suffer because their own mind cannot comprehend that things can be better. As a victim of that mindset myself, I know how damaging it can be. Oops, sorry. But despite all that, I know just how amazing this world can be as well. Because I've seen it. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad. I've experienced both. I've experienced love and life and joy and sorrow and pain. Even if I never realized what I was experiencing were those things, I always experienced the good and the bad. Because there is no in between. There's no grey area in between good and bad. There are good days. There are bad days. There are good emotions. There are bad emotions. But we're human. So those emotions are always going to be there. I know a lot of people worry about, what if they were to lose control? Personally, I know that fear. I also worried about losing control a lot growing up. And then when I started locking away my emotions, word of advice, don't do it. Locking away one's emotions is the worst mistake a person can ever make. Because it took so much for me to be able to get my emotions out again. And because of what I did in locking them away, I don't have a great emotional balance anymore. But I am trying to get better. I'm trying to connect more with my emotions and all of that. But it's never an easy process. But dealing with an uneasy process is a lot better than having to deal with fractured emotions, torn memory states, all of that. Huh. Why did you just spend the past 20 minutes talking about mental health? Also, how is it I managed to finish up those two in 20 minutes? But those two took me over half an hour. They're the same length of wall, the only difference being the bloomin' void tendrils. Also, don't worry about them, they'll despawn eventually. I just want to quickly just... Yeah, that should be good enough. Is there a... Oh, wait. Okay, I've managed to get every single wall into the picture. So you've got red sandstone, regular sandstone, nether brick, and polished deep slate. But now that that's taken care of, because that does signify the end of the project. Unless I can find any more rare treasures to throw into here. I mean, I guess there's technically conduits, nautilus shells, things like that, but I don't have access to a lot of those yet. But once I do, I'll probably get to adding them into this. Oh, for cripe's sake. That was cripe. I said, oh, for cripe's sake. Don't want it to be misinterpreted with anything else. Okay, but da 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 da. Obviously, you gotta remember, we can't store shulkers in shulkers. The rest of this can go into a shulker, so... Oh, for crying out loud! When your pickaxe is just that good. Obviously, I will come down here every now and then to check on everything, add new blocks, anything rare I find. But there is one more thing I wanted to quickly show you. And obviously I'm gonna cut to that point. Okay, so I've made it to the end. Obviously it's not my first time here. Wait. Oh, yep. So if you remember, I said about getting obsidian for another layer of portals at the gold farm. Yeah, I did. I tore down an entire pillar for it. Okay, now I gotta remember... you can already see it. I didn't realize I left XP here last time. I'm gonna quickly just... Actually... warning to headphone users. Ow, I forgot I'm wearing headphones myself. Just gives a warning to headphone users. Forgets I'm casually wearing headphones myself. Literally just came here to fix up my pickaxe. Simply because it is one of my fastest EXP farms. Oh, and obviously, you know typical Enderman farms don't have additional layers, but I decided I would add additional layering for one very specific purpose. Exfilling. Essentially just, you know, clearing out excess ender pearls. It's necessary. I don't need so many ender pearls. So just being able to click of a lever and just let them get cleared out, even if it doesn't do much to damage the quantity of ender pearls I have, because there's just so gosh darn many. But hey. I'm also going to try and get Sweeping Edge onto my sword, so that way I can take out more at a more reasonable rate. I also noticed that this back area didn't exactly get a lot of love, so... I'll just give it some. Ah, that slab has now been lost to the system. I might replace it with trapdoors. I might replace these slabs with trapdoors so that way I can let XP flow across, but also try to prevent. But also trying to prevent, you know, the flow of okay, where is it? There it is. Slab acquired. But it is the fact that the slabs are the only things preventing the ender pearls expelling over. Oh well. You're gonna be an issue. There we go. There's no way to get this properly with Enderman. Oh well, that's good enough. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming out. As always, it does really mean a lot to me. Sorry. Yeah, it does truly mean a lot to me. If you did enjoy, if you could please consider dropping a like and possibly even subscribing, it would really mean a lot. And if you have any ideas for what you want to see me build, please do drop a comment on that idea in the comments below so I can take a look at it and know what you guys want to see me build on here. But yeah, as always, Aurora Celestian, signing out.